Thank you so much for being here for another episode of the Maria Bruemmer Show. I am so excited to be back with a new episode. We have a very special guest today. Her name is Wendy Cunningham, and she's a published author, an amazing entrepreneur, and has a special business geared towards helping the disabled. Please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate the support. And remember, if you're looking for funding for your business to either expand, start up, or invest in business or real estate, check out the description box below. There'll be a link there to set up a free consultation, and I'll give you a call. So I'm so excited to get started. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get Miss Wendy Cunningham on the Maria Bruemmer Show. 1 second while I bring her on the line. Super excited to have her on today.
Hello.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for being on the Maria Bruemmer Show today. I'm super excited and very, very honored to have you on. How are you doing today?
I am absolutely great. I'm excited.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you
so
for
glad.
allowing me to be on your show.
Oh, I am also very excited, and I have a very special show prepared. I've prepared some very special questions, so I think it'll be great for everyone involved.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So without further ado, I just wanted to allow our viewers to get to know you a little bit better. So if you could please tell us a little bit more about your business, how you got started, and your journey getting there, that would be amazing.
Oh, definitely, of course. So I am a mom of 3 children, one daughter in heaven. She would have been 24 this year.
Oh, bless her heart.
2 boys, 21 and 18. Pray for me with that 18-year-old. My 18-year-old is special needs, as my daughter was special needs too. I have so many things I do. I'm a speaker. I am a best-selling author. I am a serial entrepreneur. I have a couple businesses, and I am a whole wife, which is exciting.
Yes.
But yeah, I like to stay busy. My platform is the special needs community. So my talk show is called The Wendy Life, LYFE. And we talk about just some amazing people who are rocking out this life, overcoming obstacles, as well as the people who are in the community helping. Hubby and I have a podcast called JW Fusion. And we just started a 501c3 called the You Belong Foundation. Lots of things going on. Exciting.
That's amazing and a true blessing. And one of my questions that I actually, it's the next question, perfect segue actually, because I was wondering what inspired you to get into business to help the disabled. And it turns out that you had in your own family, you had children that were special needs. So that's amazing that you built a legacy around that and felt inspired to help others that were, born with special needs. And that's so incredibly inspiring and something that I take really, really personally as well and take it to heart because, I did have to overcome some severe disabilities myself, so I can understand how that is. And so I feel blessed to have a second chance at life myself, and I feel so honored to have you on my show for that reason.
Yeah, I'm excited about you sharing your story because it's incredible. Thank you for being on my show as well.
Thank you for having me. The universe just puts people together at the right time for a reason, and I feel we were truly destined to meet at that networking brunch for a reason. So if we can inspire those around us and bring good to those in our community through what we can do, even if it's just sharing knowledge on each other's shows, and then that's definitely amazing. Wow, you are a true inspiration. You've accomplished so many amazing things.
Thank you.
What are some of the greatest accomplishments and biggest challenges that you faced building your businesses and being in this specific line of work that's geared towards helping the people with special needs?
Well, some of the accomplishments are just surviving motherhood with 2 special needs children. I'm divorced from their father, and being a single mom for I think it's 12 years was challenging, trying to navigate 2 completely different disabilities. My daughter was very, very involved, needed 24-hour care, and thank God for nurses. My son, he had a completely different set of issues. And then I had to just trying to keep Matthew, who's my middle child, give him as normal as a childhood that I could, which was often challenging. So just being a single mom was, God bless single moms, because it was a lot, but I'm thankful that God brought me through that. Just the challenges, that's exactly what that was. Saying goodbye to Paige when she was 15 was, of course, devastating. And I'm thankful for my boys, because without them, I may have allowed myself to just plunge into the depths of depression after she passed. But, they needed me, and I needed to show Matthew that life is going to throw some crazy things at you. Hopefully not as tragic as Paige passing, but you got to keep going. You got to keep pressing on in honor of that person who has passed on. I really wanted to show him that that's what you do. It's devastating. Yes, it's not easy, true, but you got to keep moving, and you do that in honor of that person that you love and you miss so much.
Absolutely. I mean, that, I don't know. I don't understand I don't think there's a bigger why for motivation and inspiration than that. That is truly taking your pain and your suffering in that moment and turning it into a beautiful thing that says, you know what? I had so much love for my child. I had so much love for my children that, even though I lost one, I can still turn this tragedy into triumph and show my other child who is still with me and still fighting that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you can turn tragedy into triumph. And if you keep going, you can be an inspiration to others around you as well, and let them know that they can also. So that's amazing and truly inspiring. And thank you so much for sharing that with us, Wendy. I know that must not have been easy for you.
It wasn't, but I'm thankful. I know I jokingly say that she's still with me. She's just like, Mom, are you really going to wear that today? And I'm like, yeah, I am. Paige, let's go. At 24, they tell you, you don't know how to dress. So I just think about the age that she would have been and kind of make up stories as I go along the way. But it is painful. I have hard days. Yeah. And I just allow myself to have them, but then I, dust myself off and I keep going in honor of her and for the legacy of my boys.
That's amazing. And I'm sure that you as a mom, having gone through that and been able to accomplish so much in your life, you yourself were such a true inspiration to so many other moms around going through the same thing. And it's so amazing that you actually built a business that is geared towards helping the people with special needs and being able to help families, power through and be able to make the best of, the cards they were dealt, and show their children that just because they're different, they doesn't mean that they can't accomplish amazing things. So that is
exactly.
That is incredible.
That's the whole goal.
No, and that's definitely one that I'm very inspired by myself, and I truly appreciate. And so tell me, is there something that you would say that would help your business progress or help you to take it to the next level? What do you envision for yourself and your business for the next 5 years?
My passion and what wakes me up in the morning is the special needs community. What else can I do to have us band together and have that one voice? So the goal is to continue what we're doing with the Wendy Life show and just bring to light, you can do it. People like you, people who I've interviewed who are missing a limb or someone who has a developmental delay or an intellectual delay, and they keep pressing, doing things that we're like, wow. Like, people like me, I got a hangnail. Oh my God, my back is sore. I didn't really sleep. I can't do today. People like you keep going, and that's what gives me the inspiration to keep going, is seeing different people. I only know about my kids, right? Over 22 years of raising special needs kids, but then I meet people like you. I meet people like AJ, who, he's autistic, but he graduated from the IEP program, which is never done. He's a firefighter now. He plays the drums.
Wow.
He's amazing. And I'm looking at her like, girl, it takes away people like you, people in the special needs community, someone who is dealing with a disability day to day, and they keep rising. That gives me inspiration. Like, I have no excuses. I'm gonna be quiet, right? I'm good, because I have everything working. And one of my guests, Candice Coleman,
Mm-hmm.
she has cerebral palsy. She said any one of us can become disabled at any moment. And
So
when she
true.
said that, I was like, you know what? Let me be quiet. But it's exposing the public who, they look at people with a disability like they're aliens, or they don't know what to say, or they stare. But if you just look at them as people, because we all want to feel special and get an understanding and inspiration from that person, you can have a better life. You wouldn't judge people, or like we were asked to leave the movie theater because someone was uncomfortable with Christian. And I had to step up and say, I'm not leaving. They can leave. We're here. And you're going to get, this is the family that we have.
We're going to enjoy
but
this
it's not
movie.
always that easy. Yeah, and we did. I'm like, honey, if you want to have us, if you want to insist that we leave, I'm going to need some phone numbers because we're about to blow this up. We're about to be on the news. I'm about to call attorneys, because that's not fair. Because he was not being disruptive. We were at a children's movie at a time where children were there, and someone and we're sitting in the handicap section of the movie theater. But I did, as much as the mama bear me wanted to just rage and just tear up everyone in the movie, I had to teach Matthew. You're going to get people who are ignorant, and you're going to get people who judge your siblings just because of the way they are. And this is how you have to teach them. I had to teach that the movie house manager how to handle it. He was young. He was scared. You know what I was going to say? And I'm like, I have to teach him because there's someone else who will come in here and belong here.
That's so
right?
true.
They belong there just as much as someone else's child. But because it makes you uncomfortable, well, give them tickets and they can come back another time. Because we still got an hour left in this movie.
That's
and we're
so
staying.
true. Yeah, and one of the saddest things that I think is out there is just prejudice, right? Prejudice exists everywhere, and it's not only towards those with special needs, but it's towards those that look different, dress different, you name it. And so the one thing that I realize is that fear, lack of education, and feeling uncomfortable leads people to judging, prejudice. Handling things without couth. I mean, it's just a matter of, breaking the ice and saying, hey, I understand you might feel a certain kind of way because you think something of someone that is different than you, but we're all human. We all bleed the same here. We all have the same rights to be here and enjoy what we came to enjoy here at this movie theater or whatever have you. And even though some people look different than others, it doesn't mean that they don't have the same feelings. They don't have, that they can't achieve the same things. And I think that a lot of times people who are so indifferent to people with special needs or people who have other challenges that they were not raised with or raised around, not only are they not educated, not only do they have maybe some fear or some pre-existing prejudice that they don't realize they even have, which makes the situation uncomfortable, which leads them to judging. But at the same time, they feel like, well, look at this disabled person that has been able to accomplish so much, and here I am doing the same thing day in and day out, and then, they feel less than. And so that also leads to another form of prejudice and judging. But if they could understand, right, that, people with special needs are so thankful to even be alive. Some of them have come so close to death. Some of them have come so close to not even having a second chance. That, of course, every little thing that they can achieve, every little thing that they can enjoy that makes them feel normal is going to be exciting to them. And what happens when you feel excited and you are happy about what you're able to do? It's going to make you want to try harder and keep going. It's almost like a self-propelling motivation, right? And I've realized that, I have almost died twice. I have, had complications that almost killed me multiple times. So I have gone through so much that I am very thankful to be here, let alone, just live a regular life. If I can do more, I will, because it's exciting and it makes me happy to realize, hey, I can do it. And I'm not going to judge the next
Exactly.
person, but I'm going to say, hey, if I can do it, so can you. Is there anything that I can help you with, right? So that you too can
Yeah.
achieve a great life.
And we can all learn from each other. And
Absolutely.
how
A
boring would
helping
this
hand
world be
up.
if everyone was
Exactly.
like Wendy, if everyone was like Maria? Like, it would be so boring. So I enjoy being around people, even
Hmm.
prior to having the children that I had. I enjoy being around someone who's different. Like, okay, I don't know an American Indian. I want to get to know them. I want to get to
Hmm.
know their culture. I want to get to know the challenges that they've come through, right?
Hmm.
Because it allows me to grow as a person. But
Exactly.
then meeting people with a disability, it checks me. Like, I don't have any complaints, like, oh, I
Hmm.
didn't get my nails done. Like, this person has gone through all these back surgeries and she's on a horse. Honey, I'm not getting on a horse, but the fact that you had that drive,
Hmm.
that I'm going to get to a point where I can get on a horse and I can ride. I'm going to find someone who is going to allow me to teach me to get on a horse. That's huge. I mean, that's grit. And a lot of us are complaining, and listen to someone who has a real story of overcoming. And we all have them.
Hmm.
We just have to embrace it. But that doesn't make me better than you or someone else. It's
Of
just,
course
this is
not.
my story, and that's your
Absolutely.
story. And we can all learn from each other if we just let down. What are you scared of, right?
Right.
Why are you scared? Because this person looks different than you. They should. Well,
Not
why
every,
can't
if
you learn
everyone
from
looked
them?
the
I can
same,
learn
it would
from.
be incredibly boring.
It would be so boring.
Yeah.
No, but people don't think about that. They just want to think about that, whatever they think that allows them
Hmm.
to have that prejudice. And it's
Yeah,
sad.
it is. But I think too that the solution to the issue is just, making an uncomfortable situation less uncomfortable, and finding a common ground where we can, learn from each other, make the
Yeah.
situation less uncomfortable, realize that we have more similarities than differences, and then by
Yeah.
doing so, educating politely, showing people that we're not that different. Then by doing so, not only are we inspiring the people around us, but we're also educating them and helping them feel comfortable into a position where we simultaneously rid the situation of that prejudice that was there prior.
Yeah. And children are looking, right?
Hmm.
Children aren't born with prejudice.
No.
Children learn prejudice from the environment that they were raised in.
Hmm.
So if you show someone, like, this person is in a wheelchair, why don't you see if they need you to open the door?
Hmm.
Say good morning to this person. Say, is there, like, I was at so many stories. I'm in Target. I'm rushing as always, and
Uh-huh.
this woman is in a wheelchair in between the outside door and the inside door, and I was like, "Hey, you okay?"
Hmm.
I'm just waiting for a buggy. I'm like, "Did you tell somebody?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, well, let me go make sure
Hmm.
that they are addressing this issue." And I went and found a manager, and I said, "I'll stand here with you until they come." She's like, "Oh, you don't need to do that." Oh, but I do, because what you don't want is for them to not bring you a buggy, because then I'm gonna,
Hmm.
you sometimes need that help. Sometimes people are angry or
Hmm.
sad about their situation, and you may get snapped at, but you have to try.
Yeah.
You have to reach out and try and help people,
And you
because
never
everyone
know.
has that sign. What's in it for me? What make me feel special?
Right. But then again, on the flip side too, you never know how much a simple gesture of kindness
Yeah,
or helpfulness, or
yeah,
even just a kind, warm smile or good morning to someone who has special needs, or someone who has a daily struggle that maybe you don't have, can truly uplift their spirit and make their day like
yeah.
completely turn around into with a positive uplift. So
It's so
we
easy to
we all
ignore
have.
someone with a disability.
Yeah.
Don't. Just like you said, you're introverted, you
Mhm.
scared, you want to smile.
Mhm.
It's just something as simple as smiling.
It's a random
It
act of
can
kindness.
go a long. Yeah, it can
Absolutely.
go a long way.
100%. Um, and you've been able to accomplish so much. Like, you have written books, you have a thriving business, multiple thriving
Yeah,
businesses, you have a TV show. You're a wonderful mother. I mean, you've just done so
thank
much
you.
in your life. What advice would you give people who are looking to get started in business, or maybe looking to go to the next level with a dream that they have? What kind of advice would you give them?
Just do it. I am an introverted, shy, very shy girl from the inner city.
Mm-hmm.
Friends who grew up with me in grade school were like, wait, you on doing interviews? I had to get to a point just through work. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I have to tell myself, okay, I'm going to go talk to this person. They may say no. Mm-hmm. They may snap. They may ignore me. But is it going to kill me? Okay, I'm just going to go for it. And it just took those little steps. You don't have to, I think oftentimes we stop ourselves before we get started mm-hmm. because we're thinking of the end result. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be, I'm going to have, success and wealth or whatever it is the dream is. Mm-hmm. But you got to take steps to get there. You don't just have a dream and the next day it's mm-hmm. there. Think about what's the very next step.
Right.
And take it. Mm-hmm. And if you have someone you trust, because you can't tell everyone your dream, right? Mm-hmm. But if you have someone you can tell that dream to and they can encourage you, mm-hmm. do so. Don't think it's silly. If God has given you this dream, if God has given you this idea, it's not silly. It's not stupid. It's needed.
Absolutely.
For me, I'm just like, I'm just going to have a show. I'm going to talk to special needs people. I hadn't seen it mm-hmm. as I was raising my kids. There are a lot more now. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, well, I'm going to tell my story because I refuse to think that I am the only one in the entire world that the Lord was like, Wendy, you are so special mm-hmm. that you're going to have 2 special needs children. I'm not that special. There are other people out there, but we stop ourselves before starting. Yeah. My advice is always just take that first step. Yep. God is waiting for you to take that. He has the path laid out for you.
Absolutely.
You just got to take that step, and then all of a sudden you meet, girl, I'm at a lunch and I don't know anybody, and you walk right up to me. But had I not taken the step, like, okay, I'm gonna go in this space where I don't know anyone. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll figure it out. And you walked up to me and you're warm and you're amazing. And I'm like, see, had you not gotten out of the bed to go to this luncheon, look who you would have missed meeting. Mm-hmm. So you got to take that first step and just trust.
That's true.
I'm not telling you to go to the Grand Canyon and stepping over. You take that first step towards your dream. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to have it all out when I meet the Lord. Mm-hmm. I want to know that I have given it all. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to be like, see, I wanted you to do this, but then you were scared. Yeah. God didn't give us the spirit of fear. No. It's easy to say, but when you take it one step at a time, and I look at the end result, look at what's next, mm-hmm. then it's easier to do.
Absolutely. It's that happy medium where faith meets faith.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Wendy. It was absolutely amazing to have you on today, and I look forward to having you on again sometime soon.
Oh, thank you. What a pleasure. Thank you. It was an honor to be on your show. Whatever I can do to support you, I'm here.
Likewise. Please let me know if we can do anything to help you as well, Wendy, and we'll definitely talk again soon.
Sounds good. You have an amazing day, evening, and God bless everyone who's listening.
You as well. And thank you so much, Wendy. Bye now.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited we could have Wendy on. That was an amazing interview. So anyways, so blessed to have her on the Maria Bruemmer Show. Thank you to all my viewers for being here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you next time on the Maria Bruemmer Show.